Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well. Let me start off by apologizing. I've been really busy lately and I haven't had time to give you as much feedback as I usually do. Okay. The a problem that I'm incurring lately is that I'm getting a lot of teachers contacting me about two particular issues. The one is companies not paying them and scamming them. Secondly, a lot of teachers, more than usual, are actually sending me their introduction videos. Now, I do recall making a video about how to do a good introduction video, and yet the absolute majority of the videos that the teachers send me, guys, I'm not insulting anybody. The whole point of my blog is to be informative. So none of this should be interpreted as criticism, but rather as a guideline. And again, I'm not a guru and I don't presume to be all-knowing. Okay? I just share what I have learned over this long adventure, which I call my online teaching adventure. But I'm concerned, to be honest, because most of these videos will probably not make a very good impression. Now, why am I making this video to deal with these topics? Well, first of all, if there's one thing that I hate in my life, even while I was practicing law, is I hate it when people are exploited. And the people who get exploited the most are probably the most vulnerable people as well, because these scammers seem to know how to pick their victims. Okay, so I made a video for you guys. Maybe have a look at it again so that I don't have to dedicate this entire video to deal with the same issue again. How to spot a scam. Okay, you can go through my channel again. It's not the Encyclopedia Britannica, I know, but look at that video and just consider some of the stuff that I said in it. Please, please don't spend 3 months working for a company that won't pay you. Okay, and I've told you before, look at the interview process. If it's too simple, okay, start worrying. Okay, if it was a really easy interview process which you passed knowing that you didn't give your best, you should also start worrying. Okay, now there is a thin line between being exploited and being scammed, but there is a very definite difference in definition. Okay, so being exploited means at least you're getting something for the work that you're doing. Being scammed usually implies, not usually, always implies that you get paid nothing. Okay, now I warned you specifically about Ben Zhu, BenXu. Okay, this man goes around hiring people for Wai-Yung. Then they work for Wai-Yung for 2 months, teaching goodness only knows how many hours. And every time that it is payday, there is some story. And I told you, I specifically applied to the school, not that I have any interest in working for them, but for the purposes of my blog, so that I can give you feedback. And I told you, this is a scam. Okay, so stay away from them. In fact, if you see this guy, it might look appealing. You see, what happens is, I understand a lot of you are in desperate financial distress. I appreciate it, because not so long ago, I experienced a similar situation. So some of the teachers might convince themselves, okay, yeah, but that happened to Alwyn. But it didn't only happen to me. It happened to a lot of people now. Okay, so look at the interview process. Look at what they offer you as a teacher. Look at whether they offer you a contract to sign. Read the contract. Okay, and if the contract seems fishy, okay, golden rule, if there is something that seems fishy, it probably is. Okay, right now we are in a very precarious position as online teachers, because the Chinese market is not collapsing, but it is under a lot of pressure, and I get feedback. I got feedback from other members, from the admin on our page, I believe, yes, and from some of the recruiters on our page who I have a good relationship with. Goodness knows I don't have a good relationship with all of the recruiters. In fact, on the contrary, if they mess with my teachers, I don't like them. And the thing is, I'm not a hypocrite, a suck-up, or a liar. I'll tell them I don't like them. I don't ban or delete people unless they're running a scam. So, free market system, you make the choice. I just try to create a safe environment for you on our page. That is the best I can offer you, but I don't control you or what you have access to. I just, like I've said this a couple of times, the only thing that I'm insisted on is no hate speech, no racism, and I mean, okay, I see some of the teachers have a go at each other sometimes, where they have a difference in opinion. I won't even delete those comments. I mean, sometimes we have valid reasons to have a difference in opinion. I prefer not to get involved in that because as admin on the page, I try, well, this is I'm opening up a Pandora's box here, but I try not to get too involved in these disputes. If there is something really important in the comments sections and I think that I should say something about it, I do. Okay. I try to be tactful sometimes. It's difficult, but for the most part, I try to. Now, be careful, because a lot of people are running scams at the moment. I don't know. I mean, if I had the time, I would draw a statistic, and we're probably in one of the upward curves for scams at the moment. So be wary. Okay, right. Next thing. Why do you keep on sending me videos that don't even, you know guys, it's like, you don't always need to pay somebody to do your introduction video. You don't need that, okay? But I gave you a list of basics that you need to adhere to. Not because Alwyn is awesome or because he thinks he knows a lot, because I don't. Every single day that I am on the internet and I'm teaching, I learn something new, and I realize how stupid I was to have a different opinion the day before. Okay, that is how you acquire experience and knowledge. Right, so if you are going to have a perky background, maybe that is not the appropriate English. Okay, might even be construed as inappropriate. Even if you have an interesting background, think about that interesting background a little bit. It doesn't matter if you have it doesn't matter if you have the most amazing background. Okay, even if you have an infant apex predator in the background. Okay, sorry, that's my sense of humor. I'm referring to Baby Shark. It still doesn't mean it's going to help you necessarily with your interview. Okay, but what will help you not to get turned down is to have the background I have now. Okay, all in all, in my experience, I think a neutral background is the safest bet. But I know that we have some professional online teachers here who have really interesting backgrounds. Use them. That is really good. Just make sure that when you use them, that you have better lighting than I have now. Because sometimes your background has the ability to give off a glare or a shine. You know, some of these companies will just decline your application, or you might just fail your interview over something as arbitrary as that. Okay, so if you're going to have a nice and interesting online teacher background with Baby Sharks and Poor Nemo, but anyway, so you have that, or maybe the Union Jack flag. I've seen teachers with Her Majesty in the background. Fair enough. I quite like that, to be honest. Or with ABCs, or that is really good. I'm not telling you shouldn't have it. In fact, I should probably be doing that stuff, but I don't. um, because I know a neutral background is the safest bet. But please don't misinterpret me. Please don't. I'm simply stating to those of you who do not have the financial ability to build up an incredibly interesting background, okay, don't let that concern you at all, not even in the least, okay. Just make sure that you have a neutral background, please. If you have a neutral background, you should be fine, okay. That is what I do. A neutral background just means a white wall, or a white wall is the best. A brick wall is also okay, I guess, or a black wall like the one I have in the background there. That is really important. It's the safest bet. So don't lose any sleep over the fact that you don't have these funky things, because I don't either. Okay. So, right, we've dealt with that. You don't need adolescent apex predators in cartoon format behind you to get a job. Point number 2. If you are going to use one of these, be really, really careful. I got this as a gift from a teacher that I helped. She's a wonderful person. If she's watching this video, I love you, Blondie. Thank you. Okay, so I don't use these because I'm simply not good at them. Yeah, because you're stupid. Well, fair enough. I might be. Okay. I call this one number 45, the 45th President of the United States. Why? Well, they have the same color hair. And his hair is fake and this hair is fake. You see, so it makes sense. Anyway, right. If you're going to use one of these, be really, really careful. Because remember, as it was with the 45th president, they lost the House and the Senate and the presidential election. So yes, this could be a winner for you if you know how to use these hand puppets. If you don't know how to use it, it will more than likely make you fail your interview entirely. Okay. In other words, what I'm saying, this is not a gimmick. This is something that you can either do really well or you shouldn't do at all. Okay. This is literally the first time I've put this on. I'm very sentimental. I have it pinned up on the back of my wall because if somebody gives me a present, I keep it forever and ever, and then for 3 generations later as well. So I absolutely love it because it's a present. But now listen to me very carefully. If you do not know how to use this very well, rather don't use it at all because you will get turned down. Okay, right. Sometimes I tell you straight up, I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong. This I am definitely right about. And I say this with the utmost confidence. Okay, now, hypothetically, you do know how to use a hand puppet. Yeah. Okay. Because you're not an idiot like me. Okay. Right. Don't overuse the thing. Because you need to make a decision. What are you going to use it for? Are you going to use this as a teaching aid or as a source of entertainment? Okay. Both options are risky. Because, for example, if I say, this is stupid. You're stupid. Okay. Yeah. You're stupid. No, you know. Okay, right. The point I'm trying to make is I need to adjust my voice for this to sound like the puppet. I don't know if I could teach a child to pronounce correctly using my little puppet voice sound. I don't know if I could teach anybody to speak English like that. I just don't know if I could. Some people can. But even if you can, make sure that you understand that you could use this as a prop, entertainment purposes, and then as a teaching aid. You need to make up your mind on how you are going to use it properly. And if you overuse it, you fail just because you didn't use it properly. So it's risky. Honestly, I wouldn't take the risk. Even if I were good at it, which I'm obviously useless at. I have spoken to some teachers and I have seen some online teachers who are bloody amazing with these things. But they form such a small minority of online teachers who actually use them efficiently that if you're not really good at using it, I recommend not using it. What I would recommend is you could show the interviewer that you have props. You could show them. And that could assist you. That could be helpful. You don't have to put up the whole thing. You just show them I have this prop, or, like what, Christmas time I bought these props. Okay, I'm not putting this on again. I mean, and I had these, and I've got some props. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. Just like you, I work hard for the money. Okay, and sometimes I really have to go all the way out to get a job, especially if I'm applying for a company that is that specializes in acquiring younger students. And if you have to teach younger students, you need to act the part. So, okay, that is a warning. Like the good doctor said, it's not a debate. And I'm not going to tell you what to do. I have never done that. I am just going to warn you by telling you, be careful. Alright, so now we've sorted those issues out. Then I've been approached by several individuals where they've asked me, why don't you do training on the way? I've had teachers now lately offering me money. And the only reason why I decline this is, first of all, I don't have the stomach for it. I'll tell you why. First of all, on my teachers that I've helped for free, they're employed, but for one. All the others are employed, but I didn't take a cent from them. So I just told them, I'll help you, and if you get it, then it's good, and I'm really happy for you, and Auf Wiedersehen. Okay, so I don't have the stomach to take 500 Rand from somebody who is already struggling, and then they might end up waiting a month or two to get a job. So please don't offer me money, because I'm not going to take it. And then also, I think it's going to have a negative impact on my blog, because the purpose for this blog's existence is to hand out free help. Emphasis on free. Yes, so obviously I've declined all of that, and I have declined more times than you would know offers to recruit for companies, which I will not do. If I do a review on a company, I can promise you I'm doing it for free. You can phone the company or contact them and ask them. I have never taken a cent of commission from anybody. Otherwise, this blog would be pointless and none of you would have a reason to trust me. Okay. So guys, the Chinese market is starting to crash. Let's go back to that. How do we go on? I said it to you before, and I might have to say it again. Many of these companies can now only offer you maybe 10 hours a week. So what do? What do we say in South Africa? We wing it. By that, I'm not encouraging you to do anything devious. I'm just saying, start working for 4 companies. I said this before. And how do you get 4 companies to employ you? By not making simple mistakes with your introduction video. For example, I recently received a video. This is really important. I nearly left this out. When you do an introduction video, I would strongly advise you not to speak like somebody who has a severe speech impediment. Don't. It's stupid. And it's a mistake that a lot of people make, because I get videos where people say, "Hi, my name is Albane and I am from South Africa." No, Hi, my name is Alwyn and I am from South Africa. Oh, that R comes through nicely. It doesn't matter how often I speak English. I blame my parents and my small town upbringing. Anyway, don't speak like that. And I wasn't insulting anybody who had or has a speech impediment. The people who speak like that might be insulting them. So stop it. Don't do it. If you do it, you're probably not going to get the job. There's a simple warning. They're just saying, please don't speak too quickly. In other words, if you maintain a pace like this, you should be fine. Okay. But don't speak like a robot. You're not going to get the job. In fact, they're not going to even offer you the interview. So, the easy way out is, again, you need to display some charisma, energy. If you don't do those things, and you need to do them all at once, you need to have a good background, you need to have good lighting, okay? You need to speak like somebody who doesn't have a speech impediment, okay? And you need to show people that you have energy. For goodness sake, I've worked hours today, it's 8:15, and I'm still committed to showing you that I have energy. Although, in the back of my mind, I am already thinking of which Netflix movie to watch. I saw Bohemian Rhapsody on Netflix. Now, I might watch that tonight. Anyway, so, you need to do all of those in a combination. You can send me the videos. I can't get to all of you. I tried to. And that was one of the topics of discussion that I had with this other what do you call it, manager from another online company, where he said, yeah, you know, you should start giving classes on weekend because you can reach more teachers and help more people. Yes, but I don't know. I don't have the qualifications on paper to charge anybody any money to show them what to do. So that is just, it's going to complicate my life and possibly yours. So guys, just do what it's really like, it's not that complicated. It really shouldn't have to cost you any money. I mean, I'm handing it to you on a platter. So make sure you have a good background. Okay? Don't speak like Borat. And I mean, try not to overdo it. Don't use crazy props. Flashcards work extremely well. All you need to do is to show the interviewer that you're a professional teacher and that you have the equipment to do it. I said a while ago in one of my videos, the fact that you've been invited to an interview shows you that they have already seen that you have enough on paper for them to employ you. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother to invite you to an interview. So most people don't get employed because they mess up something, you know, like their background, or and also like, what should you be dressed in? If you're a woman, and I'm not treading on a dangerous line now, I'm quite sure that I dealt with enough female teachers to give an educated or informed opinion on this. Dress relatively conservatively. In other words, don't show too much meat. That I can say. And if you're going to do your hair, do it back in a simple style. Okay, or if you've got curly hairs and they hang on the side, it's fine. And I don't want to tell anybody how to dress. It's not because of me. In fact, I'm ultra liberal. I say, pierce your nose if you want to. If it makes you feel better about yourself, do all of that. I'm just telling you what these guys are looking at. Okay, and what they want and what they don't want. They want a particular look, neat and tidy. And if you're a guy, you should shave probably. I've got stubbles. I wouldn't advise you to do an interview like this. Although I have done interviews without shaving and passed them, because I showed them that I'm confident, had a lot of energy, and despite the fact that I'm turning 41 years old, I can still deal with 10 kids a day and push 10 hours without feeling like somebody who just came back from a 3-day binge party. Okay, so that's what you need to do. These people need to be utterly convinced that you need to make a difference. Guys, we're already living in a non-native speaking country. So we needed to be doing it better than the other guys. Yes. So that is a bit of a problem. Let's just talk about our page for a bit. Right. If you don't like something that somebody said, don't bother to report it to me, because I'm not going to delete it. They're entitled to their opinion, so are you. I really honestly believe that a lot of people disagree with me on a daily basis. And I might even respond by disagreeing with them and display my displeasure or dismay in the comments that they made towards me. The only way that I would delete somebody is, for example, that Dazoa, whatever, recruiter that came on our page and started insulting my teachers. I'll delete that immediately and report it. It's gone. And if somebody uses profanities, racism, or hate speech, off, gone. Otherwise, I mean, it's not a free-for-all. I mean, we try to regulate what's going on the page. But if I start deleting every comment simply because it goes against my worldview or my opinion, then it really isn't an open forum anymore. And the reason why the numbers on our page has grown so significantly is because we allow people to say what they want to. Okay, the page is not a dictatorship. It really isn't. And I mean, I speak to the other admins quite regularly, and I spoke to Bonnie today and so on, and we all agree that you guys should be able to use this page to say what you want to. And if people have done you in and you're too scared to post about it, when I say people, a company, then send me an inbox. I might not respond the very same day, but I might respond the next day, because I take that very seriously. Your privacy is of the utmost importance to me, but it will enable me to protect other teachers. I can't guarantee you that you'll get your money back, but I mean, for goodness sake, we should have a civil duty towards all. I'm trying to build a page with the other admins where we're all helping each other. I mean, isn't I think in South Africa it's ex unitate vires. That's what our national, I don't know, unity gives strength. Whatever. So what I'm trying to say is, let's stand together. If somebody is exploiting you or treating you badly, the beauty of it is I don't care. I don't work for them. So you can complain to me about what they did to you. I will never tell anybody what your name is. I might probably forget it. 10 minutes after being annoyed for what they did to you, I'll forget your name. But I will remember what you wrote to me. And I will address it. And my goodness, don't underestimate how persistent I can be. Sometimes I go for those recruiters and I look for them on other pages. Because many of the teachers on our page are also members on other pages. There are SAFAs on pages all over Facebook. And although the teachers on our page are my main priority always, I also care about SAFAs in general. Okay, so I'll try and find that recruiter. I'm still looking for Ben, but he deletes and makes a new. Although it's illegal to have Facebook in China in the first place, theoretically I could just report him to the Chinese consulate, and that's the end of his scamming. It's just a schlep, because then I'll have to deal with the responses from the embassy and the consulate and all that. Guys, don't lose faith. Okay, I had an old lady who lived in the small Boer town where I came from, and she says, we sleep, God does not. All right. We will take our knocks together. We will get up again. And don't lose faith. There is still money to be made in this industry. I've got awesome new school. I've done an interview with them already. I'm going to do my first demo lesson for them. I don't have a date yet, but once I've done that, and if they decide to employ me, then I will post the school's name. I'll make a video with a review about this company. They are based in the United Kingdom. They start you off at $10 an hour, and after 3 months you get $14 an hour, which is, I know, we are worth a lot, but $14 an hour, guys, is a very good rate for SAFAs at the moment, and you could easily earn between 25 and 30,000 Rand a month if you offer them a lot of available time slots and your teaching is up to par. Okay, so if you I did the interview with this lady. She was absolutely lovely, polite, professional, asked the relevant questions. All the green lights were there, you know, the things that I look for in a company. So as soon as I've gone through the process, I will attach the details in the description. As I said, everything that I discover, any gem or jewel here or there, I send it back to you. This weekend I will try to make some time for you, and I'll go job hunting again, because I might have some free time. Last weekend we had my sister's wedding, and the weekend before that I was just, honest, I was like just finished. I was like really overworked, and but okay, this weekend I will do my best, and then we need to have a Zoom conference again. Okay, although I'm not going to use Zoom because it annoys me, and I'll rather give you a Microsoft Teams link. So you don't need Microsoft Teams on your computer. You can just follow the link and connect through your browser. Okay, but it's an extremely reliable app, and I think it is significantly more reliable than Zoom, because Zoom is systematically starting to annoy me because of its glitches and its issues. And the more people you have during a conference, the more issues you get with Zoom. All right. So guys, I hope this is helpful to somebody. As I say, always say, good hunting. You know my name. I'm on Facebook. You can make a message request if there's a big issue, and I will try it. Right after shooting this video, I'm dealing with 2 teachers. So I do get to some of the teachers. I do. Just, you see, you've got Yunel and Haneli on our page as well, and they are lovely people. I mean, I've worked with both of them, most especially with Haneli, but I'm really good friends with Yunel as well, and she's a lovely lady. They are the professional trainers. They have the formal qualifications. But if I can help you in my free time, I definitely will, and I'll help you to not only to make a better introduction video, I'll also try to help you, because I've got lists of schools that I know, the recruiters or the managers and stuff. I always try to make a plan and jam them in, and I got some lovely inboxes from some of my teachers who got employed and thanked me for this and that. But in reality, you know, all I can do is help, and thank God they got employed, and I'm really grateful. It's probably not because I'm awesome. It's probably just because they had the talent, and possibly I was an instrument to direct them in the right way, to go the right direction. Okay, look after yourselves. The pandemic is not over. Be careful. Be aware of the danger out there. I don't want to see images on our Facebook page of our teachers getting sick from COVID. Okay, so I'm too scared to give you my opinion on any of it because it is so politicized. But all I want to say is, God bless, be safe, look after yourselves and look after your families, and please stay positive.